Welcome to Behind the Veil. Now, here is your transformational coach, Tammy Hawk.
So I'm going to start by asking you that one. If I were to ask you if I could bring you one thing on this call that would make the biggest difference in your life, what would that one thing be?
I would say hopefully some clarity.
Clarity. Perfect. Could you be more specific with that clarity?
Oh, I've kind of started the journey of transformation just because I'm starting to go uphill towards the 50s. And so just trying to revamp my life and kind of get ready for the second half here. So there's a lot of change. And so I would say change causes a lot of unknown and a lot of not um hmm I would say change sometimes jumbles the clarity. So yeah, so I struggle with that.
What about the change jumbles the clarity?
um I would say just being single for so long that sometimes you don't have that affirmation of, yeah, this is right, this is definitely where you should be, this is where you should, this is the path that you were meant to be. So I guess that's a little bit better way to explain it.
So it sounds like a trust issue. Like, am I trusting that I'm where I need to be right
Oh,
now?
definitely.
Okay, good. So you'd like some clarity on this question, this inner question you have of like, am I where I'm supposed to be?
Correct.
Okay, good. Sorry, I'm going to take a lot of notes. Okay, perfect. So a few things as I was reading through your paperwork, there was a few things that I saw really highlighted. First of all, you've spent a lot of your adult life single.
Yes.
Another part of that was you were a single mother for many of those years, and you had children very young.
Correct. My first one at 16, and so now they're grown, they're 18 and 29. So it's kind of the change season because obviously they're adults now. And of course, they're always going to need their mom. But like when you turn around and things are changing, it's a big hiccup. It's like, wait, what? Like I don't know what to do now. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wondering why you chose to stay single for so long.
I was never one of those females like always looking for a husband. I had a lot of girlfriends that were like at the bars and way back when at the clubs. I just always kind of trusted the process. My grandmother always used to say, like, you're gonna meet him when the time is right. And so I just kind of put my head down, that was a mom, went to school, um, just try to get through life. I had a lot of health issues also after my second son. I was in a horrible car crash at 32 weeks pregnant. So there was a lot of surgery time, a lot of downtime. So that definitely did not help the journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if we were to dig a little bit underneath that, are there any more deeper reasons why you chose to stay single for those many years?
um, Honestly, if we dug deep, I would say more abandonment issues.
Yeah.
That my first one, he was a Marine. So I was 16, he was a Marine. And so he basically went off and did his duty, and I was left alone. And this was back in like the Persian Gulf time. So there was no really type of communication except snail mail. And then the second one was a big time Jerry Springer show. Um, he just was not what he presented to be. He ended up actually being married and had a pregnant fiance at the same time when we ended up hooking up. So it turned out to be wow.
Mhm.
So after that, I think that was pretty scarring too. Like I trusted this person and look what happened. And so it's been a ride, definitely.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is where we're going to do a little excavation, right? Because
Okay.
here's what I know for 100% truth is that everything that we do in life, all of the results that we have in life, they all go back to beliefs that we hold.
Mm,
And the majority of those beliefs that we hold happened early on in life. So I'd love to get to the bottom of why you have had these feelings of, for whatever reason, staying single. Because I know that you said, I wanted to trust the process. My grandma said, just wait, your person will come. But I believe that we have to be ready. And so oftentimes we're not ready because we have unhealed wounds,
mm-hmm.
right? And so
100%.
that's what I'm hearing. Okay. So, and also you said a couple other things in your paperwork that stood out to me about domestic violence
Mm-hmm.
that scarred you, right? So I want you to tell me a little bit about that. How old were you? How long did it happen? And how bad did it get?
Um, the first one, he was physically domestic violence. I would say, so what happened was my dad was ex-military. So as soon as he found out I was married, he went to the base, talked to his commanding officer, and basically was like, I want blood or I want him in jail, but like, no. And so they took him and they shipped him off to Africa for 6 months. And so when he came back, I don't think he realized I actually was pregnant. So he came back, and at that time, I had told him, like, I can't do this. I'm giving him up for adoption. Um, there's no way that I could be somebody's mom at this point. And at that time, he actually contested. He said, no, 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 I will take the baby. So he was involved. Well, once my parents found out he was involved, they actually kicked me out when I was about 7 months pregnant. They kicked me out of the house. And so I went to go live with him. And he was the typical Marine, expected the house spotless, his food cooked, everything to the T. And I mean, I just turned 17. I didn't know nothing. Like, it wasn't, and so that did not last very long. It lasted maybe a month before it got pretty bad. And by I say pretty bad, he had dragged me out of bed pretty much naked by the hair and very pregnant. I had woken up in bed because I refused to get up and fix some breakfast at like 4:30 in the morning and to a gun to my head. Um, and so it just progressively got worse. And then once our son was born, um, basically he had gone to the doctors with us. He had taken him to our first appointment. I think it was two weeks old appointment, and he pushed me out of a moving car and actually took off with my son. He took off with them. So for 3 months, I had no clue where they were at all. So that's when I was like, "We're done. Like this is enough. Like Mama Bear is mad now." And so I actually started knocking on doors because the police were like, "Well, he's got same same rights and the same everything as you, so take him to court." And I was like, at that time, court was maybe 3, 4 months out. And so I started the process, but at the same time, I took the biggest guy I knew and started knocking on doors. So, where's my kid? And so he finally got wind of it that I was doing that. And at that time, he was starting to struggle. He had just got out of the Marine Corps. He wasn't working consistently. He understood that there's just no way I could do a baby at this time. So he called me when our son was maybe 4 months old and said, "Hey, I need to drop him off. Um, I just enlisted in the army and I'm gonna go and this is it." And that's where we left it.
So, wow.
Yeah.
So he took off with your baby for 3 months.
Hmm.
Wow. Oh, okay. Girl, you've been through some stuff. Let's dig into this because I want some answers. And I
Yeah.
know you do too.
Hmm.
Okay, so I want you to do me a favor. And first of all, before we even start, I want to let you know that the way in which I will do this process is working with your subconscious mind. So sometimes it might sound weird or funny. You might be like, what the heck is this? But just know that's your conscious mind. That's just tag it as, oh, this is just my thoughts and relax back into it because what I want to get you to do is just be in a really relaxed place so we can get some answers from within you.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Sure.
And so if those thoughts come in, just kind of say, that's just my mind and kind of let them go. Because it's just going to feel like a little bit of a meditation.
Okay.
Have you ever done meditation?
Mm, different types of forms, but yes.
Okay. So go ahead and relax your body. I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you do, I want you to make your spine very, very straight. And I want you to sort of feel the earth beneath your feet. So make your feet flat on the ground. And I want you to just feel the earth rise up to meet you. That's right. And with your next inhale in, I want you to see it going even deeper into the very bottom of your stomach. So in, deep, slow. And as you exhale out, I want you to just release all the resistance. That's right. If you see resistance as like tension in your muscles, I want you to just release those. I want you to tell each muscle of your body, relax, 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 starting with your feet fully relaxed and your calves and your shins fully relaxed. And as we move up, I want you to just let go. I want you to tell the muscles it's okay to let go, release. That's right. Up to your thighs and your hips. Relax, relax, relax. Up to your stomach and your chest, moving down your arms, just letting go, moving up to your head, letting go, letting go. And I want you to see, notice, recognize that above your head, directly above your head, is a bubble. It's a healing bubble of energy. And first impression, I want you to give this bubble a color that feels healing, safe, relaxing to you. First impression, what color would that be?
Purple.
Purple. That's right. So I want you to see at the top of your head, notice, recognize that there's a moon roof at the top of your head, and it's actually opening up to receiving this purple healing energy. And it's moving down your body through the top of your head. And as it's moving down, I want you to see it going deeper, deeper, deeper into each cell of your body, relaxing it, opening it up. That's right. I want you to see as it's moving down, feel that it's putting your body in the most healing, relaxing state. That's right. Moving down, filling your brain and your eyes and your ears and your nose, moving deeper and deeper into each cell and tissue of your body, relaxing you as it moves deeper and deeper, moving down into your jaw, mouth, teeth, lips. That's right. Down your neck, down your throat, going deeper and deeper into each and every cell, bringing it into this beautiful purple energy, this healing, safe, beautiful energy, moving to your shoulders, filling your heart space, opening up your heart, penetrating each cell of your heart as each cell of your body opens to receiving this purple, divinely beautiful, relaxing, healing energy. Moving down your arms to your elbows and your wrists, shooting out your fingertips. That's right, allowing it to go even deeper as it moves down to your stomach, down to your hips, filling each organ with this beautiful purple healing energy, relaxing each muscle as it moves down to your knees and your ankles, shooting out your toes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale out, picture all the resistance leaving your body. That's right. So just all of you in this perfectly beautiful, relaxed state. And I want you to make that purple bubble just pop out all around your body so it fully encompasses your entire body, your entire field in this beautiful healing bubble. And as long as you're in this bubble, you feel safe, you feel loved, you feel completely joyful because this is your set point. This is who you really are. So I want you to just recognize at any point where you feel any sort of anxiousness, I want you just to connect to this purple bubble around and know that as long as you're connected to this purple bubble, you are safe and held and loved. Now, while you're in this purple bubble, I'm going to have you turn your attention back to our conversation. And when you told me that you have these abandonment issues, with your eyes closed, I want you to tune into that feeling of abandonment. And I want you to notice that there is a place in your body where these emotions are stemming from. They're coming from, they're being generated from. First impression, I'd like you to take your hand and place it on that area. First impression, what color is it?
Black.
Black. I want you to notice as you tune into that black bubble inside of your chest, I want you to notice that there is an image being projected out from that black. And this image, as you allow it to get clearer and clearer, I want you to notice that this image is the very first memory of you feeling these emotions. And you're going to allow that image to get so clear as you recognize and notice and tune in to this very first memory of feeling these emotions. Tell me when you have that. It'll be the first impression, and you'll probably try and talk yourself out of it.
Yeah. I would say the first clear one is when my parents divorced and I would have to take care of my brothers.
Okay, perfect. I want you to tune into a specific moment where you felt these emotions the strongest. It may seem like a small moment, not very impactful. It doesn't matter. I want you to trust that it is the perfect moment that your subconscious mind wants to bring you to. Do you have that moment? It'll be the first one that pops up and you'll probably try and talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, I feel like there's like 10 different things coming at me.
Okay. Well, let's compact it in your mind. So with your eyes closed, I want you to look at that black spot right there in your chest where your hand is, and it's being projected out. And I want you to trust what you see on that screen. Okay. So I want you to tune into the screen because it's the emotions that we're focused on, the emotions of this little girl. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I want you to respond with the very first thing that pops into your head, and I don't want you to think about it logically, okay? I want you to just trust that that answer coming out of your mouth is the right one, okay? So first impression, how old are you?
9.
9. Okay, I want you to tune into that 9-year-old you in that image, okay? And I want you to see her as a third party. And I want you to notice that she has that black bubble around her. And I want you to go ahead and be in that black bubble with her. I want you to actually move into it. And I want you to feel the emotions that this 9-year-old version of you is feeling. Tell me, what is she feeling right now?
Confused, um, mad, not ready.
Not ready?
hmm
What is she confused at?
Um, when my dad left, he took my twin, but he didn't take the rest of us.
So, what are you confused about?
I didn't see it till later, but at that point, I felt like he chose him over everybody else.
Mm. And what is she mad at?
Um, I would say both parents that it got pretty volatile and it got pretty my mom was not an easy person until later on then I finally understood, but she was not the greatest mom because she was unmedicated schizophrenic.
Okay, so I want you to feel this. This is a little 9-year-old girl. You're speaking from your conscious mind. I want you to feel for her. She's confused and she's mad, and I want her to be able to feel her feelings and to be able to speak her truth. So I want you to speak on behalf of her. What is she mad at?
I'm mad at both of them that we had kind of the perfect life or should have had the perfect life because they actually adopted my twin and I, and then they had two more kids. So on the outside it looked perfect, but on the inside it wasn't.
Okay, I want you to know, as you're in here in this bubble with your 9-year-old self, that it only takes 90 seconds for you to feel an emotion before it dissolves. But the only way that this black bubble is going to dissolve is if you feel the feelings. So I want you to allow yourself to look at that 9-year-old girl in this black bubble with you. I want you to look deep into her eyes. She's experiencing pain, and I want you to feel it for her. And I want you to tell her that you came all the way back from the future to be with her in this moment, to feel these emotions for her, because she's still in there feeling this pain. And I want you to tell her that you will feel it for her. And that's why you came back. So instead of logically thinking about this, I want you to feel it on behalf of her. I want you to look deep into her eyes. I want you to feel the pain that she's in. She has never gotten the opportunity to really feel this pain, but it sits inside of her. So I want you to tell her that it's safe and it's good and it's perfect for her to feel these feelings, that as she feels them, they pass out of her. They go from deep inside to outside. So I want you to tell her that it's okay for her to feel them. I want you to look into her eyes and I want you to connect to her emotions. What is she mad at?
Everybody.
Everybody.
hmm
Who's the number one person she's mad at?
Mom.
Why is she mad at mom?
He was the safe place, but she wasn't when she wasn't medicated.
Mm-hmm. What does she want to say to her mom right now in this moment?
Why didn't you try? Why didn't you be a better mother for all of us?
Mm-hmm. What else?
I don't understand why you didn't take care of you so you can take care of us.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Why were you so mad at dad? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Why did you leave everybody?
Mm-hmm. What else?
Why did you choose men over us?
What else?
I had to grow up way too fast. I wasn't ready.
What were you not ready for?
Basically, I had to be mom at 9 years old
Mm-hmm. Why did you have to be mom at 9 years old?
because when dad left, she was trying to find herself. So she was doing classes, she was in school, she was dating other guys, and basically just I was the mom. I had to take care of my brothers.
I want you to take this 9-year-old you, and I want you to take this 9-year-old version of you to your mom at that time, and I want you to tell her how it felt to be the mother at 9 years old.
Mom, I was not ready to be a mom at 9. Um, but I did the best I could for my brothers. And I feel in a way that did lead me to having my own at 16 because I was looking for that love that I missed. And so I think
Tell her about the pain that this 9-year-old you is in because of this position she was put in.
it was pretty painful to have to grow up too fast, and I just wasn't ready. And I feel like, in a way, it was pretty detrimental to my psyche. And so maybe at that point is when like the abandonment and everything started. But overall, like I feel that the people that love you and supposed to be there, when they leave, then who else is not gonna leave you?
Mm-hmm. What do you need to tell? What does this 9-year-old version of you need to hear from you right here in this moment?
That you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. What else?
That you'll find that peace. You have two beautiful sons that you were blessed with. And even though the journey was long and you did most of it by yourself, that it's still a blessing. And in the end, you're going to find that happiness.
Mm-hmm. What else does she need to hear from you right now?
You need to heal.
Mm-hmm. Is there any advice you could give her on how to heal?
You have to take your time. You have to just find your peace. And it's not in any other person or significant other. It has to be with you.
Mm-hmm. What other advice could you give her that would make a big difference in her life?
Trust the process. Even though there's a lot of bumps along the road, you have to keep your faith.
Mm-hmm. What other advice could you give her right now that could make the biggest impact in her life?
Be kind. I feel like definitely the biggest critic then, because I was always trying to please everybody and never did for me. It was always for everybody else. And just be kind to yourself.
Mm. Would you give her the advice to let go of the people pleasing?
I don't know at that time. I think because you're still a child and you're trying to please everyone else and your parents and coaches and everyone else out there. But
Does it serve her to have that belief? What is she believing? What is she believing about herself in this moment?
that I don't deserve anything.
Hmm. What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
Why can't I be better?
Why can't I be better?
Hmm.
What else is she believing about herself in this moment?
If I'm mom, then I have to be perfect, basically.
If I'm mom, I have to be perfect.
Hmm.
What else is she believing about herself right now?
Hmm.
Why, if she's mom, does she have to be perfect?
I would say that's just kind of the how the role was portrayed. Um, Kind of a strict Catholic household, and mom was supposed to kind of be the glue to keep it all together.
Mm. I want you to go back to the belief I don't deserve anything. Is that the truth?
At that time, yes, but now, no.
Can you tell her that that's not the truth about her? In fact, could you tell her that she actually does deserve everything that she desires? And can you actually tell her that she's perfect exactly how she is? And can you tell her that there's nothing that she needs to change? Not one single thing, that she came in worthy and she can't help but be worthy, that there's nothing for her to do, that she just is wonderful exactly how she is. What else does she need to hear right now in this moment?
That she did the best she could as a 9-year old and can't hang on to that, especially now that I'm a grandmother.
What color is that bubble around her now? Did it change?
A little. I would say it's still mixed with like black and a little bit of yellow.
Mm-hmm. What more does I want you to look to her and ask her, what else does she need in order to let go of this pain that she's holding on to?
He doesn't know.
She doesn't know.
Mm.
There's an emotion she's hanging on to. There's some unforgiveness she's holding on to towards someone. Who is it?
I think my brother.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to turn towards your brother. In fact, I want you to take your 9-year-old self and I want you to hold her hand and I want you to take her to your brother, however old he was in this time period. And I want you to speak on behalf of your 9-year-old self to your brother. What do you need to say to him?
I forgive you.
Mm-hmm. What do you need to forgive him for?
He was um starting down the wrong path at that time. He a lot of police involvement, a lot of drugs.
Okay, so I want you to tell him, how his actions hurt you.
The actions hurt me more than you ever will know.
Mm-hmm. Tell him how.
It hurt because you were so smart and so loving by all the choices you made. And then later on to be just like mom, that I had a lot of hurt that later on I couldn't save you. I lost him last year.
Sounds like this is more of resentment towards yourself.
Yeah.
I want you to look at that 9-year-old girl and I want you to see her pure heart, her desire to love. All she wanted to do was love and be loved. That's it. I want you to see that as you gaze into her eyes. And I want you to give her permission to feel the pain and the loss and the grief. What color is that bubble now?
Better. It's more yellow.
More yellow. Beautiful. I want you to look into your 9-year-old self's eyes and I want you to tell her that she is absolutely perfect, exactly how she is, that she has permission to feel all her feelings, that she is absolutely brilliant, and that you will come back anytime that she needs you. Anytime. And I want you to come up with a code or a sign or a signal that she could let you know that she needs you so you can come be with her and let her feel these feelings. So come up with that sign, signal, whatever it be. Do you have it?
Mm-hmm.
Now I want you to give her a hug goodbye. I want you to tell her that you love her and you'll be back for her. I want you to tell her that she's the most important person to you and that you love her so deeply. And when you feel that shift in her being and you see that smile and that relief come over her face, I want you to give her a gift. And I want you to tell her, here is the healing purple bubble. It keeps you safe. You feel loved. You feel blessed and perfect when you're in it. That beautiful peace, no matter what circumstances are happening around you, when you're in this purple bubble, you're protected and loved. So I want you to put that purple bubble around her. And I want you to wish her so much love. And when you do, I want you to pop up out of that scene
Mm-hmm.
in your mind's eye.
Yeah.
I want you to move up about 30 feet above your head. Don't resist the emotions. The emotions are supposed to come up and out. When you hold them back, you keep them in your body. When you
Mm-hmm.
release them, they're gone forever. Rise up about 30 feet above that scene, and I want you to glance down and see your 9-year-old self. And then I want you to make your way back to the present. And as you do, I want you to look down in your mind's eye and see all those old structures crumbling, falling away, dissolving. That's right, with so much ease and grace. And in their place, I want you to see strong, beautiful, loving structures coming up to take their place. That's right, rising up, recreating these strong, beautiful structures from this work that you've done today.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to make your way back to the present moment, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 1 year from now. And I want you to hover right above the you in the present moment, sitting there right now. And I want you to make your way down, 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 down. See that moonroof opening to allow all the different parts of you to reintegrate. And as you reintegrate back into your body, I want you to feel the shifting in each cell of your body, knowing that you released and you let go of and you retuned to a new code, a new frequency. And I want you to make your way down through the top of your head, reintegrating to your shoulders, your heart center, down to your hips and your feet, fully realigning, recalibrating. I want you to feel the lightness of these new codes, reintegrating as each and every cell of your being calibrates to this new state. Take a deep breath in, feeling energized, feeling better than ever. Exhale out all the resistance, wiggling your fingers and toes, batting your eyes open when you're ready.
Ooh, I definitely feel a little lighter. Oh my.
Your energy looks very different.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, it definitely is much brighter.
Oh.
So tell me the big things that stood out for you when I took you on that little journey.
Um, the biggest, I would say talking to them because it's kind of weird, but it's like I have a grandson who's 6. So when I see him, it's like my son, at 6 again. So that's how I felt. Like I felt like I'm looking at somebody familiar, but um kind of confused but kind of like, okay, like this is me and this is where it started. But it felt not, what's the word? My grandmother would always say, like, I have the greatest energy around me. And I could see that energy when I was there. Like, I could see it. I could see
Mm.
kind of the smile still. And so that kind of gave me not hope, but more like, there she is. So, yeah.
She is still inside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I notice when I take my clients through the change, because obviously I took you on this is one step, right? But what
Yeah.
I notice with my clients who choose to dive into this work is that they become more and more like that little girl within them.
Mhm.
The vibrancy and the aliveness, because see, that girl is still within you and she's still got a lot of pain. We were able to move a lot, but I saw a lot of, which is very, very normal with someone's first process. Let me tell you, it is very normal. But the resistance, you had to feel the emotions. I saw you kept choking down your tears. And it's like you're not allowing yourself to feel the emotions, which is why they're still in there.
Yeah.
Right. And so if I could give you any homework, first of all, my first piece of wisdom that I would give anyone that came on here is like, take the step and start really healing your pain. Because I know that the reason why you haven't found the right partnership is because you haven't worked through these old wounds.
Yeah.
And if you were to attract someone, they would not be different than those relationships, because there's a reason why you attracted that. It's because of a belief system that you still get to heal. So that's always my first piece of advice. But for someone who's not quite ready to like take it to the next level, I say start with going back and allowing yourself to feel the pain.
Mm.
Because the a lot of times what people believe is like they don't want to feel the pain. But if they knew that it only took 90 seconds to feel the pain fully with no resistance for it to move out of your system, then like, isn't that brilliant? Like
Yeah.
90 seconds, right? If you could be in pain for 90 seconds and then just, because all of that pain sits within our being. That's what those colors are. You see
Mhm.
that black? that black is just pain. So if each and every day you work to remove more and more of that black from your system, what would happen is it'd free up that space. You get the lightness back in your energy on a daily basis, which is why I really suggest taking the next step, right? To really heal you, because like I said, if you don't, what we do is we just attract the same pattern.
Yeah.
So did you see any, when I had you tune into the black, and you pulled up the image or the series of images? What did you think about that?
For me, it came almost like a TV where it flashed kind of different areas of that time
Mhm.
when I would go home from school and I'd be dancing to Janet Jackson, to swim team practice, to baking cookies for my brother. Just kind of innocent things like that. It was flashing through. It wasn't one like a stationary moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, totally get that. But did you realize the connection? Because the reason why you have been resistant to finding love is because of that fear of abandonment. So when that little girl gets to feel the feelings and she gets to dissolve some of that pain, a good chunk of that pain, then you'll be open and you'll be freed up to allow in a beautiful partnership, someone to love you for every beautiful quality, every perfect, amazing quality that you have.
I hope so. Trying to keep the faith on that. Trying to do the work.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it. Another thing I'll just give you permission to do, because I see it very clearly, is that you got a lot of unforgiveness towards your mom, and you're trying to deny it because you love your mom so much and you want to have so much empathy because she was in a lot of pain.
Mm.
But in your empathy for her, you're not having compassion for yourself. That little version of you who needed her mom, who didn't get her needs met by her mom, she's still holding on to that. So I want to give you permission. It doesn't mean you don't love your mom. It's
Yeah.
just energy within you that you get to free up. So allow yourself the freedom. And like I said, if I was working with you, like my clients, we would go into that. But in this amount of time, obviously we can only get so far. But it's one that I would really, really focus on, because it's very strong in your energy. This almost have like this anger towards your mom, and then you have this shame about the anger, so you don't want to look at, you want to try and pretend it's not there. But meanwhile, it's very much there.
Yeah.
So you get to allow her to be angry if she needs to be angry, like she didn't have her needs met. And then once the anger's out, then she can have that compassion. But she has to be able to feel the feelings first. Does that make sense?
It does. Okay.
Yeah. So that's my only advice. Like I said, this is step one. I If you wanted to continue on with me or were interested, we could get on a call and talk about what that would look like.
Okay.
But regardless, I just really want you to take steps on your own journey, no matter who it's with,
Hmm.
to heal that little girl within you. So,
Well, thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So, drink a lot of water today, because we moved a lot of energy out of your field. You're going to be, hopefully not feeling too much heaviness, but just drink a lot of water for the next couple of days. And I would love any feedback you have after you've sort of processed some stuff, because sometimes it takes people a little while, since it was your first and only.
Yeah.
But after you process some things, I would love to get some feedback from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Just send me a text to remind me that, just because I got a lot going on with my kiddo. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, for sure. That sounds good.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, Becky, thank you. I feel so honored that you let me take you on this journey, because I go on all that with you, and it is my pleasure to be able to be welcomed into that, really sacred space with you.
Aw, thank you. Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. Yes, you're so welcome. You take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.